Oh, hold on. Take out these things real quick. Let me see. What's up, music lovers? Trying to see what the hell's going on here. Ain't none of the buttons working. Hold on, let me see. Here we go. Sinking my wall. Oh, this should look fire. Okay. Okay, my nigga. Y'all see this? Do y'all see this? Welcome to the Michael T. Porter Music Channel, Rooted in Music TV, where everything that we talk about, everything that we discuss is rooted in music. Hold on, y'all. Let me take these off. I think last time my voice didn't sound too good. Yeah, y'all need to hear me on this one. Yeah, King Yella is talking about what really goes on with the gangsters' disciples when they start drinking, when they start smoking. Let's see. Would you still be friends? No. Let me see. Let's see. Let me get on. What I want to put? What's a good one? Yeah, drill. Start this poll. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Here's a poll. Chief Keef, all the way Front Street, Lambron. The street's actually called Normal. You got front. This is the Black Disciples set. 300. You got 600. You have Front Street, Lambron. You have O Block, and who I'm missing? And then on the other side, the GDs, they got 63rd. That's where King Yella and all them from. But King Yella doing an interview talking about how Lil J was on a pill. He was on that pill, and he was like, Yella, King Yella, he was faded too. Everybody, you hang out with your homeboys and everybody faded. He was like, yeah, what's happening? He was like, nah, I'm good. This Lil J talking, so I'm good. So when King Yella turned his head, that's when Lil J went in for the kill. That's when Lil J tried to kiss this man on his cheek, kiss his man on his leg, and King Yella's like, hey man, back your ass up. Everybody from the Black Disciples to the Gangster Disciples to Cook County Jail has confirmed that Lil J is he's a flaming homosexual. And another thing too, this is why I was always afraid of doing hard drugs. I was always afraid of doing hard drugs because a lot of men that's into crack, a lot of men that's into heroin, a lot of men that's into heavy drugs. You know, it make you do things that you wouldn't normally do. They say that drugs and alcohol open the mind and spirit to demonic energy, right? To demonic forces. So that's why I was always scared. You know, you always see on the movies crackheads uh giving up giving up their ass or giving up their mouth just to get some drugs. You see women giving up their bodies, giving up their mind, giving up their whole life for this drugs. Drugs always scare me. I don't know how anybody's not afraid of drugs, right? I don't know how anybody's not afraid of heroin and crack, and especially today you got all kind of drugs out there, fentanyl. You have all kind of crap going on out here in these streets. So I was always afraid of drugs because I didn't want to be in the alley down to my last 50 cents, you know, on my knees trying to give a drug dealer some top. A lot of niggas that's in the game are gay. Pimp C called it out. Tupac was calling a lot of these hardcore killers and all these folks. A lot of these folks, a lot of these men out here, a lot of these boys out here play for the other side. Hey, do your thing. But when you put on a persona like you a tough guy and you're taking it up the butt, because it was believed that the tough guys were the bucks, right? It was believed that the tough guys were the ones cracking the little lady boys. Come to find out, all them tough dudes, the big strong ones, they getting cracked too by little lady boys. So what I'm trying to say is nasty in these streets. King Yella is putting, he's at least King Yella keep it real. That's one thing I like about King Yella. He's telling you the mindset of a gangbanger. He's telling you the mindset, what's really going on, from the killing to the drilling to the drugs to the dope sales to the police to all the way down to his best friend trying to clap his cheeks, because King Yella Lil J wasn't just trying to kiss King Yella. He was trying to, he was trying to crack King Yella. He's seen King Yella, that big yellow butt. And King Yella was rolling off a beam. He was rolling off a flat. He was rolling off whatever pill he was on. Codeine, weed. I mean, this man was feeling good, right? And he was kissing on this man, or tried to kiss the man. After, just like with a girl, after you kiss a girl, there's bases. First base, first base is the kiss. Second base is the boobs. Third place, home base. No, third place would be rubbing on her butt, and then the home run is when you actually get up on her clothes and you go up in her. So Lil J started off with the kiss, but he wanted his homeboy, bruh, and King Yella revealed it. I mean, to be on some real King Yella should have never told anybody about this story. I'm gonna keep it 100. King Yella just real though. I do applaud him for that. What's up, how you say, Glory B? Yeah, them gangster disciples, getting behind each other. But some stuff I feel you gotta take to the grave. One thing I learned about Chicago, I ain't gonna lie. Why you worry about how I feel? You should worry about, when a man goes up your butt, how does that make you feel? You can be your own person. I ain't gonna lie, Chicago made it cool to self-snitch. I'm not even gonna lie, because all this self-snitching didn't come about until Chicago rappers hit the scene, till drill hit the scene. King Von taking pride in his murders, Lil Durk, Chief Keef. It was subliminal, right? So it started off, when these dudes first started drill, it was subliminal. You had to read between the lines. Did he really mean it? Did he really mean what he say? Did he really do it? It's indirect. And then as time went on, the rappers in Chicago got more bolder. They got more crazy with it. And then they just flat out put it in their rhymes how the actual crime went down. So when you talk about Tekashi 6ix9ine, when you talk about snitching, we do have to agree that Chicago made it cool to self-snitch. Chicago made it cool to give every fine detail of your rap. And I'm talking about recent crimes. See, back in the day, the rappers would talk about the crime that they did a long time ago or what they seen, you know, way back in the gap. And that's still kind of risky. But these Chicago dudes, they are telling, they go do a drill, celebrate, talk about it, brag about it. They'll send posts. It's bad enough that you post it with words. Like say a black disciple go kill a gangster disciple, and the black disciple get on Instagram, say they killed a little Pee Wee, and then they'll be like, uh, little Pee Wee, he was a real one. They'll say some stuff like that. So if you a BD and everybody know you're a BD, why would you say Lil P was a, what do you mean by, that's what I said subliminal. What did you mean when you said Lil Pee Wee was a real one and Lil Pee Wee just got killed? So what they saying is we killed him. We're just making fun of this dude in a subliminal way. We're sending messages like indirect. He was a real dude. He was a stand-up dude. You know, they'll compliment the dude they just killed, knowing damn well they just killed him. So it was a lot of, Chicago made it cool to snitch. Chicago made it so cool to put your crimes in your rhymes, my G. Let's go to the poll. Let's see. Did drill music make Chicago popular internationally? 20% say yes, 80% say no. What? That's saying Chicago was already on the map because of Michael Jordan? Was Chicago already on the map because of the mob? Chicago just a gangster city. There's a lot. In the early 1900s, Al Capone and them boys, you know, when the mob was really on they grind, they had like 900 murders, almost 700 to 900 murders in Chicago. Chicago is off the chain. So it's an evil city. You know, I also heard that it's beautiful. It's really, Chicago is huge, I hear. I want to visit it one day. I'm not going to O Block. I don't want to see that. You know, I'm going to. I want to go to the downtown. I want to bring like about 4 or 5 bands. I want to hit they malls. I want to see all them pretty girls. You know, if I do go to the hood, I'm just riding through. I don't know them niggas. You know what I mean? It's unfortunate that, you know, as black people, you can't even ride around your own black neighborhoods because, you know, black people act so goddamn retarded. I ain't got no gun. I ain't got none with me. They made O Block a landmark. You know, this man killed nothing. I mean, I ain't gonna get into all that, but I'm like, look, you know, back to King Yella. I don't know what's going on in Chicago, but I believe that we do things in our lives that make us that you should really just take to your grave, my G. Let's see, did drill music? Yeah, I don't think drill music really put, I think, so y'all saying that Chicago was already big, and so what about for the new generation? Because when Chief Keef came out and everything that was going on around Chicago, they called it Chirac, you know, it went global. The reason why I asked this question, because now you got UK drill, you know, you got a whole bunch of monkeys out there in UK trying to imitate the monkeys over here in the States, you know. So, you know, you got black men killing each other. We were already killing each other up, but you got UK drill, now you got Dallas drill, and then New York try to copy. Like, this drill music is evil music. This youngsters is wiping each other. It's a genocide. It's genocide music, right? Let's see. Shout out to K5 Troy. Wonder why Lil J ain't moved to St. Louis. That's where they beef about being king off bouncing ass. Yeah, in them earlier videos, King J was he had some very sassy, questionable dance moves. You saying UK? Swedish drill? Come on, y'all. Nobody. Who the hell said Mr. O'Donnell? You didn't just say UK made popular. Come on now. This nigga said Swedish drill. That's funny. Swedish drill. Them people ain't about nothing. Them people are kind. Sweden is cool and quiet. See, in the black community, we take pride in acting a fool. We take pride in feeling. This is why I hate to go political, but most of our issues is black men. Black men don't want to build. Black men can't. They just love this hood stuff, bruh. Niggas just love living this lifestyle. How can you love a lifestyle that's trying to keep you locked up from your family? How you love a lifestyle that got all your homeboys killed? Nigga, I've always been a nigga. I'm trying to get out. I'm trying to get paper. I'm trying to get bread. I'm trying to expand. I'm trying to build an empire. I'm trying to have real power. Real estate. Banks. Well, what you niggas own, bruh? Own hospitals. From Memphis to Chicago, it's like every generation, it's all black boys are good at, you know? Just killing and going to jail, smoking dope. Damn. Can a nigga do anything else? King Yella cool. I mean, I watch a lot of the Chicago. I ain't gonna lie, even though I talk bad about drill, because I see the aftermath. That was a lot of murders in Chicago in the last 15 years. You know, had to been at least almost 3,000 murders in 800, 400, 600, 400. That's 1,000. Now it's more than 3,000. There's a lot of murders in Chicago. So, but I do like there, and this goes to show you when, you know, when black men put their mind together, they can make stuff happen. You got Sosa, you got King Yella, you got Lil J. They had a little buzz, but a lot of guys from 63rd didn't get the same buzz as GBE and 300. Chief Keef, Glory Boys is the actual gang. Chief Keef's actual gang, but it's under the umbrella of Black Disciples. So Black Disciples is an umbrella, and under the umbrella is OTF, which is Lil Durk. And see, King Von is from O Block, but he reps OTF. Lil Durk is from the other side. I forgot where Lil Durk is from, but he's a Black Disciple. He's not too far away. So you got the umbrella is Black Disciples. Then and under the umbrella you have different factions. So you have GBE, which is Chief Keef's gang, under the Black Disciples. You have OTF, which is Lil Durk, under the Black Disciples. Then you got 300, which is under the Black Disciples, which is Lil Reese and Fredo and all of them. That's 300 is really with they said 300 was out there before Chief Keef got on, and they just started rapping. And then you got 600. So GBE, Chief Keef, OTF, Lil Durk. You got 300, 600, and Front Street. But see, Front Street is Chief Keef. See, it's all confusing because it's like, in other words, Chief Keef is affiliated with all the little gangs that's under the Black Disciple gang, the big Black Disciple gang. So Chief Keef affiliates with OTF. Chief Keef affiliates, at that time, he affiliate with O Block. See, O Block is, if I'm not mistaken, Indiana is where Front Street is. That's where Chief Keef actually from, but it's not too far. If I'm not mistaken, it's not too far from. If you from Chicago, correct me. If you from Chicago, because I've been looking at the map, it seems like everybody's close. It's a close proximity. 63rd is 61st. Chief Keef is from 61st in Indiana. And 2 streets over is 63rd where the ops are. That's where FBG Duck and all them is from. So it's 61st in Indiana. That's Front Street. And then around the corner is O Block, Parkway Gardens. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. And then you got but I don't know specifically where OTF, where Lil Durk is from, but he's close. He around there. Then you got OTF, and then you got 300, and then you got 600. So all of these little gangs under the Black Disciples, right? So, but the reason I'm bringing all this up, there's so much talent. Then you got the East Side. Y'all stay with me. Essex. That's where G Herbo and Lil Bibby from. They call it Terrortown. Y'all, if you from Chicago, let me know if I got it right. Because there's so much talent. Lil Bibby, G Herbo. Then you had King Louie, Chief Keef, Tato, Fredo, Lil Reese, Blood Money, Capo. Who else is out there? There was a lot of artists. One of my favorite artists, a lot of people don't talk about. He's an actor. He's up there with, like, far as like lyrics that can spit. J. Cole, Kendrick. He's more of that style, but blended with the drill. Montana 300. Montana 300 can spit. A lot of people don't talk about Montana 300. Montana 300 can spit, right? So who else is out there? There's a lot of artists. Ball Out, and you got let me see. I know I'm missing somebody. 600 Breezy was pretty good, but he just stopped making music. I don't know what was his problem. 600 Breezy was cool. I'm trying to think. Oh, he had Rondo number 9 before he got locked out. I'm gonna tell you who else. I'm gonna tell you who else had a promising future. He kind of remind me of Polo G. Oh, you got Polo G. You got Polo G coming. There's a lot of artists that came out that drill era. Thanks to Chief Keef. There's a lot of artists, my G. Polo G, L.A. Capone, Rondo number 9. There was a lot of boys coming out that Chicago. So, but yeah, King Yella, look. If there's something on your chest or something on your heart, and you just got to be real. One thing, as I'm getting older, like, you just got to realize you're getting more in tune with yourself. You just got to love yourself more and believe in yourself more, because there's nothing like knowing who you are. There's nothing like knowing where you're going. There's nothing like having goals, and there's nothing like progress, right? And for the longest, a lot of people were saying that Lil J was messing with them boys in Cook County. Now he's in PC. He's still messing with them boys. He said a lot of his fights, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, I'm watching the interviews, a lot of the fights that King Yella was involved when he was beating up his little girlfriends in jail. Lil J was beating up his old lady up in that cell, the old lady, because a lot of these tough guys, they be beating on them little girls in prison. They're not actual women, they're men, but they act like girls. They be beating on their wives, they jail wives, because if they don't get that jail wife, a lot of them jail wives are hookers, they're hoes. Like, a lot of these lady boys in prison, these boys, they're very promiscuous, and they're spreading AIDS up in there. That's what's going on in this Cook County and Illinois State Penitentiary. So Lil J has to constantly beat on his jailhouse wife in fear that his wife will go off and find another man in Cook County, right? So that's a lot of reason why them guys be getting beat up in there. Once they get with a guy, they be getting their ass beat. And so that's what they're saying, that, Lil J had a hard time disciplining his jailhouse wife. That's the word on the street. And then there's a viral video of Lil J having a tranny sitting on his lap. Lil Reese talked about it. He laughed off. He said, "It ain't no rumors." He said, "We can sync the tape. It ain't no more rumors." There's no more rumors when it comes to Lil J being that way. He's on camera. There was a lady man. Lil J was sitting down, and Lil J let that lady man sit on his lap. Just be true to yourself, right? You got to be true to yourself. I mean, if that's what you into, he's on them drugs. Hey, because Lil J, King Yella, King Yella knew that if he didn't stop Lil J was gonna get that baby oil. I mean, that's what I'm trying to get at. King Lil J said, "Hey, nigga, back up. I don't know what you on, brother, but I don't roll like that." King Lil J, I'm sorry, King Yella knew that if he didn't fight for his ass, Lil J was gonna take it. I'm not making this up. Y'all go on YouTube and type up King Yella, Lil J tried to kiss me. Get your freaky ass on, boy. Get your freaky ass on, my G. Get your freaky ass on, my G. Oh, man. But it's real out here, y'all. It's real in this field, boy. Get your punk ass on, my G. Let's check this poll out. Did drill music make Chicago popular internationally? 38% say yes, 62% say no. So y'all saying y'all been had swag, y'all been had the drip. Y'all saying that Chicago been handling their business long before Lil Reese and them came along. Is that what y'all telling me? Way before Lil Reese and them came along, way before Lil Bibby and King Von and Lil Durk came through. Y'all been making noise. That's what y'all telling me, Chicago? Y'all been making noise out there? Y'all don't need no Sosa. Y'all don't need no Dirk. Y'all don't need no Rumba 9. Rondo number 9. Y'all don't need no L.A. Capone. Y'all don't need no Fredo. Y'all don't need Blood Money. Y'all don't need Tato. Y'all say y'all don't need none of them GBE boys. Y'all don't need none of them FBG. Y'all don't need none of them. Y'all been taking care of business. That's what y'all telling me. I believe you. Hey, I want to go to Chicago. Not for the gunshots. I want to go get me a hot dog. No Diddy. I want me a huge Chicago hot dog. That's on my bucket list. I want to go to the lake. I want to go to the malls. I heard the city's very beautiful. Just got to stay away from all the gangs. But on the real note, I got to kick my politics in. We got to do better, black men. We have to start acting like kings with some decency and some discernment. We gotta stop this madness for real, cause ain't nobody coming. Only we can stop it. But so much blood has been shed, so many families have been affected. What do you do? But I know we gotta progress. We can't do this forever, man. It's a hot mess up in here, my boys. Got to stop the killing. Got to stop the killing in Memphis. It's like they're pushing this culture. It's like it's a genocide, y'all. They want us to wipe each other out. And while we're killing each other, them folks are advancing gentrification. They're buying up our neighborhoods. They're buying up our schools. They're taking over our schools, taking over our hospitals. We don't have nothing left. The black man, we have to start developing our black boys and start bringing them up in a better way. We have to start investing in our black boys so they can be strong men, so they can take care of the little black girls. When the little black girls become queens one day, they become grown women, become young ladies, they'll have strong men that have their resources together, they have their assets together, and they can take care of them, right? So when our black girls don't have anybody to lean on to guide them, because all of our black men are killing each other off. So it starts with broken home. They're doing everything they can to make niggas poor. Y'all better wake up for real. Niggas better wake up from New Orleans, Memphis, Chirac, New York, Miami. If y'all still don't see the play, they're trying to wipe us out. You know, they're putting us in desperate situations. That's why I look at myself as a king. King Michael. I'll never let no entity, no man, no organization shame me. For one, I'm a man first, then it's the blackness, right? You're not going to shame me for getting a lot of money. In this world, you need money, and then you can start getting things, you can start building. You got to have money in this world. It just, there's no way around it. So they created a system to where black boys can't read. They're uneducated. Most of the gang members, and if you talk to them, they don't know how to read. School is not interesting. We got to make school more interesting for our young black males. We have to get them involved in automotive. Hell, do something. Teach them how to fish. Teach them how to do something. Get them involved in engineering. Get them to expose our black boys, because we cannot continue to have misguided youngsters anymore. We're seeing the devastation, right? So there's people like Adam 22, the No Jumper podcast. They love this stuff because a lot of people love to see black people destroy ourselves. They love to see us. That's why I call monkey business. It's monkey business. Monkey business is when black folks act a damn fool, knowing that we need to do better, right? It's monkey business, fighting over scraps. There's no way niggas have been here longer than the Japanese, longer than the Chinese. We've been here longer than even, well, the Latinos been here, but they were pushed out back to Mexico, then they came back. But so we've been here longer than the Latinos. We've been here longer than the Arabs. We have been here longer than the Jews. We have been here just as long as white folks. How in the hell white folks got so much and we're so far behind? Even with all of, I understand our history is brutal, but we should be just as rich or a little bit, right behind the white folks. Every other culture is getting some goddamn money, but when it comes to black men, they shame black men for getting money. They shame black men for building. We have to change the narrative, like on the real, like y'all don't see what's going on. They want, in other words, keep it simple. They want black men to hate God. They want either you're gonna hate God, they want you to be sassy, they want you to walk around with a purse, they want you to be homeless, they want you to be in a freaking cage. And really, they want you in the grave. In the grave, in the cage, hating God, wearing a purse. You don't see them pushing this agenda. They're pushing on everybody in America. I don't know about other countries, but you don't see them pushing this on any other culture but black folks. They push it on us the hardest. They push every type of thing that's evil in this world on black folks first. And it seemed like black folks they're just buying into it like, damn. Nobody is coming to help black men. Nobody's coming to help black boys. So black men got to help black boys and show them a better way. We have to get some goddamn money. There's no such thing as greed. It's only greed when you begin to compromise who you are. Greed is not a dollar amount. And this is what's taught to a lot of blacks. They shame, that's why you hear a lot of blacks, well, I don't want no fancy house. I know they speaking humbly, but as far as a man, as I'm learning, I'm getting older, you need power in this world. You need power. You need individual power, and you need power as a collective. Meaning, we have lawyers on deck. We have our own prisons, and we're going to regulate our own prisons. How about that? And our prisons are going to actually rehabilitate our men. How about that? We're going to actually have programs to get our black men off the drug. The reason I keep emphasis black men, because black men are the leaders of our communities. It's not black women. I know you may have some black women listening. You are not the leader of our households. Shut your damn mouth. How about that? That's how you got to start coming. We should have been told black women to shut their damn mouth. And black men have to take back the households. Hospitals. We own our own hospitals. We own our own schools. We own our own banks. We own our own grocery stores. Every other culture can come over here and set up shop. But when black men try to get some serious money, there's always there's your own people hate on you, the crab in the buckets, and then you got the system fighting you. And then you got some of these churches shaming black folks for getting some goddamn money. Money is everything in this world. What are you talking about? And you wonder why we're last place in everything. You wonder why the crime rate is so damn high. Most of the crime would go down if we had education and resources. Chicago is a wicked place. It's wicked just like every other every other city in this messed up ass country. Wicked. Sorry mayors. What's her name? Lori Lightfoot, looking like Beetlejuice out in these streets. And then they got the other homosexual. What's that homosexual name? He's the mayor of Chicago right now. He walks and his mannerisms are like somebody's auntie. He got that mohawk. I think his last name is Johnson. He has done nothing for the blacks in Chicago. Barack Obama done nothing. Lori Lightfoot, nothing. The state senate, nothing. If we can see the crime is out of control in Chicago, how in the hell they don't see it? If UK can see that Chicago's crime rate is out of control, how in the hell Barack Obama can't see it and then do a damn thing for a nigga? And you still got black folks praising his dumb ass. Don't get me started on Chicago. Don't y'all get me started on Chicago. I love me some Chicago. Don't y'all make me set it off up in here about some goddamn Chicago. I love me. I'm gonna see y'all one day. It's wicked just like New Orleans. It's wicked just like Sacramento, Los Angeles. They want everybody broke and starving. They really want all Americans broke and starving because America are the slaves to the international agenda. We're the number one consumers. If we don't buy, the rest of the world don't move. But now the rest of the world is relying on their own citizens because the population has exploded. So now they kind of don't need us as much, but we're still the number one consumer. And we're the number ones getting taxed. And we're paying property tax. We're paying state tax. We're paying federal tax. We're paying gas tax. We're paying grocery tax. They're taxing us on everything. Half your check is gone. We didn't even get to all your benefits. They're gonna take money out for your health, take money out for your dental, take money out for your SSI, and then your Social Security, you're gonna get taxed again when you get old. So when you turn 65, all that money, say you got 150 bands. When you turn 60, say you got 150 bands for your SSI. Every time they cut you a check, you're gonna get taxed again because they consider that income. Wait a minute, ho. You were taxing me for 40 years when I was working. And then you're gonna tax me again now that I'm elderly and I'm not as strong. I'm not that strong lion like I used to be. My roar is a little shaky. I'm not sounding like a lion no more. I'm sounding like a little kitty cat now. You're gonna get taxed again. When you put money into your Vanguard or Fidelity or Robinhood or any one of these brokerages where you want to where they hold your assets and you want to invest. You want to invest McDonald's or whatever. Let's say you took your money from your paycheck. It's already been taxed. And now you're taking that money, you're trying to get that money back through investing. Good idea. But here's the thing. You have two options for your dividends. Dividends is the money, is your return. How much you're going to get back quarterly. Some stocks is monthly, but let's go quarterly because most of them are quarterly. So quarterly, let's say you put a lot of money into McDonald's. Let's say you put about $85,000 in there. And off that $85,000, you usually make around $1,000 every 3 months. Every quarter you make $1,000. Did you know that you have to pay taxes on that? So you have two options. You have reinvest option or you have receive dividends. So if you hit the reinvest, they're going to take that $1,000 and reinvest that $1,000 back into your stock. It just keeps growing and it keeps growing. But if you hit you want to receive your dividends, they're going to tax you again. Wait a minute, that $85,000 that I've been putting in there, that's my money from being taxed from my job. I've been putting money away. And you're going to tax me again every time you earn money. They consider that income. You're getting taxed. Did you know that if you receive a gift over a certain amount, it depends on the state. If you receive a gift of $10,000, let's just say I'm in Texas. Say it's the laws say if you receive a gift over $5,000, did you know that's income? They're going to tax you on the gift. I mean, if you report it, but they're going to tax you on the gift. If somebody give you $100,000 as a gift, you have to report that as income. Why the hell I got to report that as income? It was a gift. I didn't earn this. I didn't work for it. It didn't come from the state. It didn't come from the feds. This money came from money that's already been taxed. Say Bobby Say, hey man, I see you doing your thing. I want to gift you 100 bands. Bobby worked hard for that 100,000. Bobby, that $100,000 was already taxed. And so what you're saying is, when Bobby gave me that $100,000, it's gonna get taxed again. I have to report it. Because when you deposit that $100,000, the banks work together with this whole system to enslave us. They're gonna send a red flag. Where did you get this money? They're gonna send a report to the state. They're gonna send a report to the feds. This person is depositing a large amount. Now they're gonna start asking, why are you asking questions about my God? See, y'all see how the system goes? We have to fight for this money. Fight for God first. Because God gonna get your mind right to get the money. You gotta get off the drugs. That's God. You gotta have some sobriety. You gotta have a plan. You gotta have will. You gotta have a passion. That all comes from God, especially with the men. Gotta build. Nobody's ever gonna shame me about getting a whole bunch of money. Like I said, greed is when you compromise who you are for the money. There's no set number. That's what, like I said, that's what they told poor people. The number is not 3 billion. The number is not 500 billion. It could be $1 trillion as long as you true to who you are and you're a decent person and you didn't compromise and you're investing your money in the things that you feel that are important to society, to your community. There is no limit. That's not great. Well, what you gonna do with all that money? You don't know what I'm doing with this money. I could be planning. I could be helping the next generation. I could have had a 100-year plan. We don't think like that. We just live for today, which what the Bible calls us to do. But the Bible also calls us to set up for tomorrow. You got to take care of tomorrow. We got to build. God, the Bible also calls us to make a change. In order to make a serious change, we got to get resources. So I'll leave it at that. But back to King Yella. King Yella. Well, let me check this poll out. Did drill music make Chicago popular internationally? 33% say yes. 67% say no. Ooh, Chicago, y'all been doing this. But yeah, King Yella put it all out there that his gang member, his gang buddy, his homie, his best friend, tried to take his cheeks on a late night out there in Chicago. They were in an apartment, cooling, bumping some music, getting high. Them drugs, boy. Them drugs open up the freakiness in a lot of people. Getting high, just want to have a good time. And King Yella, Lil J is a little bit of a creep. Because notice how Lil J didn't try King Yella when King Yella was sober, when they both sober. Lil J tried King Yella when King Yella was under the influence. So I said, y'all gotta watch out what kind of drugs y'all use and where the drugs come from and who you doing these drugs around. See, Lil J is a creep. He was waiting for the right, because he been tried to get King Yella's cheeks. That's the whole thing about it. But he waited till King Yella was a little woozy. He waited until King Yella was off his game. And that's when Lil J took it upon himself to strike, tried to kiss this man on the lips. Lord have mercy.